Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of September 30th, 2025. I'm your host, Sharifa Mohammed MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continued sustained offensive operations along 6 axes, combining maneuver warfare with precision strikes against Ukrainian logistics and infrastructure. Russian troop groups liberated 2 settlements, Kirovsk and Severksy Maly, while advancing positions across Donetsk, Kharkiv, Zaporizhzhia, and Kherson regions. Ukrainian forces sustained heavy personnel and material losses, including degradation of electronic warfare (EW) systems and ammunition storage nodes.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, the podcast that brings you in-depth insights into military operations from those leading them on the ground. Today, we're joined by Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer monitoring critical missions on the progress of the special military operation as of today. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Colonel Oguntoye, let's begin with the overall picture. How would you summarize the state of the operation as of September 30th?
Today's operations reflect a continuation of Russia's methodical approach, combining ground maneuver with deep strike attrition. The headline events were the liberation of Kirovsk and Severksy Maly, but equally important were the heavy Ukrainian losses across all sectors. The Russian armed forces inflicted over 1,600 casualties in one day, while systematically dismantling artillery, electronic warfare nodes, and ammunition depots. This dual-track strategy, territorial consolidation on one hand, attrition of Ukraine's logistics and command capabilities on the other, creates a cumulative effect. The Ukrainians are forced to defend a wide frontage, but each defensive stand costs them heavily, reducing their ability to mount sustained counterattacks.
Let's start in the north. What developments did we see in Sumy and Kharkiv?
In the Sumy region, the North Group engaged mechanized and ranger brigades, along with an assault regiment and territorial defense units across several settlements. The result was over 180 Ukrainian casualties and the destruction of armored vehicles, artillery, and depots. In Kharkiv, the strikes at Volchansk and Bochkovo compounded this pressure. What we're seeing is a deliberate effort to keep Ukraine's northern defenses stretched and unstable. From a doctrinal standpoint, these actions prevent Ukraine from concentrating reserves further south. By forcing constant vigilance on the border, Russia ensures Kiev's strategic reserves are dispersed and reactive rather than offensive.
The West Group liberated Kirovsk. Why is that a significant milestone?
Kirovsk lies in the Donetsk People's Republic, and its liberation is both symbolic and tactical. It provides a launch point for further operations westward and demonstrates the ability to dislodge entrenched Ukrainian units. In the same thrust, Russian forces degraded mechanized and assault brigades, destroyed tanks, artillery, and 9 depots, and eliminated multiple electronic warfare stations. The significance is twofold. First, the territorial gain bolsters morale and provides depth to Russian defensive lines. Second, the neutralization of EW stations has an outsized impact. By crippling Ukraine's ability to jam communications or coordinate artillery effectively, Russian units gain maneuver freedom and improved survivability on the battlefield.
In the south, Severksy Maly was liberated. What does this tell us about the operational momentum there?
The capture of Severksy Maly, combined with successful strikes on brigades and surrounding settlements, inflicted around 245 casualties and destroyed artillery and depots. This advance underscores the incremental but steady progress of Russian troops in Donetsk. Logistically, the destruction of 8 artillery pieces and 5 depots is perhaps more telling than the casualty figures. Ukraine relies heavily on artillery to blunt Russian advances. Each gun lost reduces their ability to delay or disrupt. When this is paired with depot destruction, it accelerates the depletion of their available firepower.
The Central Group recorded the heaviest Ukrainian losses. What accounts for this?
The Center Group focused operations around Belitskoye, Anavka, Rubizn, and Rashino. Here, over 540 Ukrainian personnel were lost in a single day, along with armored vehicles and a self-propelled artillery system. The key is concentration. Russian doctrine emphasizes massing firepower at decisive points. By concentrating artillery and maneuver units in this axis, they achieved local superiority and overwhelmed Ukrainian defenses. This signals preparation for potential breakthroughs or encirclements in Donetsk, as consistent pressure creates the possibility of severing Ukrainian lines of communication.
Turning east, what happened around Alexivka and Pokrovsk?
The East Group advanced into Ukrainian defenses, causing over 320 casualties and destroying multiple artillery systems and an EW station. This may appear incremental, but it is strategically corrosive. Zaporizhzhia is a linchpin of Ukraine's defensive network. By steadily eroding its manpower and command enablers, Russian forces are setting the conditions for gradual but irreversible penetration.
Finally, can you speak about the Dnipro sector? Malaya Tokmachka, Lvovo, and Belozerka?
Here the numbers were lighter in terms of personnel, around 65 Ukrainian losses, but the destruction of 7 electronic warfare stations is striking. This cripples Ukraine's ability to coordinate drone reconnaissance and counter-battery fire in the riverine sector. From an operational perspective, it secures Russia's flank across the Dnipro corridor, ensuring logistical lines in Kherson remain protected while denying Ukraine tools to contest the river boundary effectively.
Beyond the ground battles, what role did strikes and air defense play today?
Air defenses also proved decisive, intercepting 2 Neptune missiles and 128 drones. This demonstrates the robustness of Russia's layered air defense, which not only protects critical nodes but also neutralizes Western-supplied precision systems before they can affect operations.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for the opportunity. Today's operations demonstrate Russia's sustained momentum. The liberation of Kirovsk and Severksy Maly reflect territorial consolidation, while Ukraine's loss of 600-plus troops, artillery, and EW stations show the deepening attrition crisis. The central sector, with its concentrated losses, points toward potential envelopment maneuvers. The Dnipro sector, with its crippling of Ukrainian EW, suggests future Russian dominance in drone and artillery duels along the river corridor. Strategically, the cumulative effect is the erosion of Ukraine's combat power and its ability to regenerate. Russia is not seeking rapid breakthroughs alone but shaping the battle space by hollowing out Ukrainian sustainment capacity. If this tempo holds, Ukrainian forces may find themselves unable to sustain coherent defenses in key regions by the coming months.
This has been Frontline Updates. Subscribe for daily military briefings and in-depth strategic analysis. Visit our platform for maps, transcripts, and exclusive frontline updates from commanders in theater.